So as you may already know, I recently went on a trip to Korea and surprising to no one, did quite a bit of shopping whilst over there. I thought it'd be fun to take note of some of the key trends I kept seeing in store and try them out for myself. And once I was narrowing them down, I realized that they all seemingly fell under the umbrella term of acubi style. This is something I've been familiar with for a while and even mentioned in previous videos, but when I was over there, it really was at the forefront of all things fashion everywhere I turned. Even when I went people watching at Seoul Fashion Week, a bunch of attendees were dressed in this aesthetic. So obviously I've stripped back our usual colorful background in preparation to try and recreate some of these looks that I captured on mannequins in stores whilst I was over there. I also want to thank today's video sponsor, award-winning VPN Surfshark. With Surfshark, you're able to access content from around the world and protect yourself online. Not to be dramatic, but they were actually a lifesaver for me when I was in Korea, because without them, I wouldn't have been able to access Stan, the streaming service that I usually use to watch Drag Race. And trust me, I needed to watch the new episode as it dropped. So with Surfshark, I was able to quickly and easily change my location settings and then instantly have access to a ton of content that's not usually available in that region. Obviously came in clutch for me when I was on holiday, but also when I'm home to try and find new series to binge, which by the way, I am currently in need of some K-drama recommendations. But even when we're done with our binge watching sessions, Surfshark still has you covered by ensuring your safety online. They do this through various methods, including adding an extra layer of protection whenever you're using public Wi-Fi, or by preventing companies and bots from tracking your personal information. And Surfshark actually offers unlimited devices under just one account, so you'll always feel safe. You can get an exclusive Surfshark deal if you enter my code SPOTLIGHT, plus 3 extra months for free. And since Surfshark offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, you can try it all risk-free for yourself via the link on screen and down below in the description box. When searching for acubi fashion online, it's often categorized as taking inspo from subversive basics, Y2K grunge influences, a lot of layering, and a neutral color palette. The name itself seemingly comes from the kfashion brand Acubi Club, but honestly, a simple scroll through their site shows that their styling can actually branch further outside those general parameters, which is more so what I saw whilst in Korea and what I'll be aiming for today, as well as a couple of other looks that caught my eye. Something I saw in literally every store I entered in Hongdae were tube tops, or as we call them here, boob tubes. Most of the time I saw it used as a layering piece, probably because it was still spring whilst I was over there, but I really appreciated the outfit idea. I don't know why, typically I would use it as the inside layer and then throw over a little cardigan or something, but I think styling it this way is so much more interesting. I kept the overall look very casual with a loose fitted pair of jeans and a baseball cap, not my typical choice of headwear, but I think after this trip I have been converted. But I wanted to try dressing this trend up a little bit as well, so I switched it out for a mini skirt and also a button up underneath, which I did commonly see. And hello, of course I had to accessorize with the only pair of Gentle Monster sunglasses I own. These were back from when they collabed with Jenny, because I swear she can make me buy anything. Personally, I love how this teams up with boots, but if it's a little bit too sweaty for that where you are at the moment, I think a great summer substitute are these knee-high stockings. It still gives a very similar visual illusion, but a lot more breathable. And the store I actually bought this boob tube from was one of my favorites over there, Market A, so I decided to check out their Instagram and thought I'd recreate this outfit I saw. I already had a very similar black bubble hem dress, which I love, but had been having issues styling because it's a little bit too short for me, but throwing on a fit and flare pair of jeans underneath did the trick. To balance things out, on top I added this lace tie-up bolero, which I actually got from one of the underground malls, but was the sort of thing you saw in practically all of the stores over there. As someone who insists on having an extra layer even when I am dying in the summer heat, this is my go-to piece. And trust me, I really put it to the test because I wore it in the ridiculously humid Singapore weather. But obviously with this styling, it is not summer approved. Like I said, my reference images are more so from the spring. However, I still wanted to try and incorporate some summer looks. So I tried shimmying my dress down into a skirt and came up with this outfit. I mean, I think it turned out cute. It has a very relaxed vibe to it. Definitely the sort of thing I would feel comfortable wearing if I knew I was going to be getting my steps in that day, but still wanted to look cute enough, like cafe hopping and getting some pics. Now, if you're experiencing the world of fashion via TikTok, it moves so quickly that you may have been convinced that cargo pants were already out, but I'm here to confirm that in person, they are indeed still going strong. These were everywhere, and not just in stores, but people actually wearing them on the streets as well. But another trend that I encountered a lot were these tops that had this tie around the neck. It wasn't thick enough to be considered a skinny scarf. It was literally just like this stringy bit of material. I don't know, you're not really getting the full effect with the jacket over the top, so I wanted to style it again, this time incorporating the asymmetric tops I saw a lot of as well. What's great about this trend is that you don't have to invest in a new item, you can just repurpose something you already own. For this one, I just layered what's usually an off-the-shoulder top, but didn't put my arm into one of the sleeves and just tucked it into the back, and voila, we have this interesting asymmetrical moment. I'm not usually one for a trend explosion from head to toe, but I couldn't help myself and added this headband. Not something I saw a ton of over there per se, but definitely popping up heaps online. And it's actually something I find kind of tricky to style a lot of the time, but I think it really works with this look. Back to the asymmetric tops though, there were a lot that featured some sort of button detailing, and again, I was like, pretty sure I can do that myself. All I have to do is match up the bottom to the wrong hole. I mean, it's not quite as impactful, we're not really making a statement, but I kind of prefer that in a way. Like, the whole outfit feels like something I would have worn back in 2018 when I first started getting into K-fashion, which I really appreciate. I don't know if I'm crazy, but somehow K-fashion feels like it's ahead of the trends, but also their trend cycle is slower. I think it's because everything is done with good basics. I mean, I guess for example, this pair of jeans that I practically live in, this is the perfect fit for me. I can style them with practically anything, but I'm going for another basic, which I simply could not escape whilst over there, the cream lightweight knit. It's more toned down than a lot of my usual outfits, but for some reason I've been finding such comfort in it recently. Like, if you're having a hard time styling outfits at the moment, I cannot recommend this aesthetic enough because it just feels so fuss free. Okay, I am returning with another cargo pant because I'm telling you, they were everywhere and often paired with a cute little jacket. You already saw me in my fancy club moto style one earlier, so I wanted to switch it up, and I was excited to wear this because I only just thrifted it. Honestly, had no idea how much I needed a brown jacket in my life. Like, for some reason I just never would have thought of pairing a brown jacket with black cargos, but here we are and I am obsessed. The jacket also kind of reminded me of this mannequin I had seen, so I thought I'd try recreating the full outfit. It almost has a more preppy aspect to it as opposed to the more casual street styles we've been dealing with. I mean, me saying that most of the outfits were acubi inspired at the beginning was a lie, because this is a far cry from home, but I'm not mad about it. And in fact, we're going to continue down that path because although jorts is the more topical trend, I suppose, I actually saw a lot of these like dressy tailored suit shorts, and I didn't actually take much notice of it at first when it was just on the mannequins, but then I saw a girl wearing it when we were catching the train to Busan and it looked amazing, instantly caught my eye. And once we arrived, I was seeing more and more people wearing it, probably because the weather was a little bit warmer there, I guess, and that was enough to sell me on it. I knew I needed a pair. Like, I was literally influenced in real time. Everyone just looks so cute and chic, but still casual and comfy at the same time, and I wanted that in my life too. And at first on me, I thought I'd only like it styled with boots, but I really wanted to experience that fantasy of like the long weekend beach trip, going for a casual stroll, which meant I had to try and style it with white sneakers. And I'm sorry, but I have to ask, who is she? Because I do not recognize her, but I also kind of love it. I mean, probably not going to be to everyone's taste, but I would have said that too before I tried it, so I'm so glad I did. Off the shoulder was the main trend I was trying to feature here. Obviously, everyone's been talking about this all year and was indeed prevalent in store as well. Also, I swear every other mannequin had a striped skinny scarf. It was like, something's missing. Throw it on. Works every time. And I must say, I do agree. Hence why you're seeing it a lot in this video. Korea also turned me into a bag person, and one that I saw pop up a lot were these kind of like mini bowler bags. Really cute little shape, and I like adding my star clip to mine as well. These kind of bolero style knits are in the same category as cargos. They've been around the block, but seemingly still here. But tell me why it looks so ridiculous on me. Like, am I about to go to K-pop dance practice? In theory, that would actually be a cute fit, but on me, I think because I know I can't dance, it's just giving poser. I feel very uncomfortable. Even the photo I took accidentally turned out like a sad excuse for a photo card, so I think we need to switch up this trend. And this one was actually another case of real life influencing. I'd seen someone wearing it when we first arrived and couldn't stop thinking about it, and then finally found it in the underground mall in Busan. I forgot to get a photo of it on the mannequin before taking it off because it was actually the last one in cream, and as as we established earlier, I have an addiction to cream knitwear, and I don't know if I'm just delulu, but this feels significantly less dance practicey to me. I think it was the headband in the previous look that was just setting it over the top. But still, let's ditch the cargos anyway, because I can't go a video without styling plaid in some shape or form. And honestly, I didn't see a ton of these skirts over there, but they are available on Acubi Club, so I'm sneaking them in here. There was actually a lot of this lace-up detailing on the tops though, which is giving me very like 2014 Tumblr vibes, but I'm actually not mad about it. I mean, we could bring back much worse. I've been on board with the skirt over pants trend for probably like the last year and a half, but I've never actually tried this baggier, longer sort of silhouette, which is what I predominantly saw. Obviously mine still has the slit in it, which switches it up a bit, but I tried to keep it similar with the accessories like the blazer, the bag, the skinny scarf, all of which make for a more polished sort of finish, the sort of thing I'd expect to see styled on Style Nanda. But since you literally couldn't go 5 steps without seeing some form of moto jacket, I thought I'd try styling it with that as well for a bit more of an effortless look. And by the way, I've actually had this white top dress thing for years and haven't known how to style it, so I'm very thankful to the hongdae mannequins. Apparently I was really feeling the jeans dress combo and went off script and came up with this outfit on my own. I think the thought process was that I had originally thrifted this dress with this dress from Acubi Club in mind, which since then I've seen on every other site and saw in person whilst over there. Honestly, a bunch of the K-fashion sites are just wholesale, but they're so good at taking their own almost lifestyle sort of photos that it really creates a sense of brand. But anyway, moving on to one of the best dressed mannequins in my opinion. Actually, this whole store, Mirror, I thought the styling was done really well. And this is another one of those outfits that doesn't necessarily have a heavy trend focus, but it's just simple pieces that look good together. Actually, if anything, the beanie was probably supposed to be the trendiest piece, but I had to switch it out. Those like tight, super fitted beanies just do not flatter my head shape. I need the pom-poms to distract from it. Okay, I feel like I have nothing left to say about this one because it is literally all I wear at this point. But yes, I did see a lot of jerseys, less so in the stores that I've been talking about with like the cheaper sort of price points, and more so in like the select brand stores, places like Sculptor, and this one I got from Visual Aid. Seemingly it's a bit too soon for some people to get back on board with camo, which fair enough, but personally I'm liking it. I think in moderation it's good. Just like cargo pants, the cargo maxi skirt was still going strong, so I thought I'd style it again here, and actually throwing back to the first trend we talked about with the boob tube layering. I like it, but it feels like something's off. I don't know if it's missing a belt, maybe I should have gone for a contrasting skinny scarf rather than the matching stripe, or perhaps it's just that I look like a straight tube up and down. I think maybe I prefer teaming this cargo skirt with something a little bit boxier on top, which conveniently, may I present this option. I like dress over pants, but there's something cool about dress over skirts as well. It's just really casual with the sneakers and the cap, so I thought I'd dress it up a little bit with the cool girl jacket, but I wasn't sure if it was a little bit too much, so I also switched it out for something a little bit summery to match the energy. But I don't know guys, I think it ended up leaning a little bit too hippie, and this is like my least favorite outfit of the entire video, but don't worry, we're on our redemption arc because this is actually one of my favorites. This piece is just too gorgeous not to do justice. It is literally the perfect cut, so it falls so nicely on the body, which is why I was like, just keep it simple. And this is probably something I should have already mentioned, but obviously since a lot of the K-fashion items are beautifully simple, it's so easy to rewear and restyle them over and over again. So if you are looking to stick to a smaller, more capsule wardrobe, I think that this is such a good option. Like, how many times do you keep seeing the same pieces pop up in this video? Hopefully it's not too repetitive, but I think it's a good reminder that we should be re-wearing our clothes.
I hate that thing where people are like, oh, you've worn that shirt before. Like, no fucking shit. I bought the shirt.
But with that being said, I've actually decided to throw a spanner in the works at the end here with this little wild card piece. In hindsight, definitely an impulse buy, because realistically, does it seem like something you'd expect to see in my wardrobe? No. But let's style it. The mannequin had it styled with a hat and boots, but it felt like I was playing dress up, so I decided to throw my hair up and also break out the trusty lace-up socks. And surprisingly, I actually did end up feeling quite pretty in this one, but there's still something about the shirt that feels not business-like, but just quite grown up. So I wanted to see if we could mold it to fit into that more effortless vibe that we've been channeling throughout this entire video. And what better way to accomplish that than with a moto jacket and some camo. And honestly, she's looking good. Another one of my favorite outfits, but I'd love to hear from you which looks you liked the best and perhaps which aesthetics you'd like to see me do more of a deep dive into in the future. And don't forget, you can try today's video sponsor Surfshark with my exclusive deal in the description box. Plus, keep up with me over on TikTok now that I'm finally uploading my backlog of Korea vlogs. But otherwise, I'll just see you here again really, really soon. Bye!